I played 20 freaking years. What better place to finish than in one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL in a city that expects you to win?
Shout out to whoever cut that montage. I like it. Got me hyped for football season. Training camp's underway, and we're taking you around the league in a summer installment we're calling Divisional Takes. And today we're kicking off with the AFC North. So the AFC North looks to be competitive once again. Two of the top 5 quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, residing in that division. To stay relevant, the Steelers went out, signed Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal. They hope he'll be the key to finally winning in the postseason, something they haven't done. Ryan Clark, our former Steeler, since when?
That's a long time ago.
2017. My goodness, that is not the Steeler way. Do you think Rodgers will lead Pittsburgh to the playoffs this season?
Yes.
And is that enough?
Yeah,
No.
no, it's not.
It's not.
The standard is different, right? But the standard has lessened. We've gotten to a point where I don't expect or just expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to be competing for AFC championships yearly. And that's a discredit to who they're supposed to be. But when you look at Aaron Rodgers, the way he played down the tail end of the season last year, you saw him be able to protect himself, be able to move, but he could still make every single throw. Yeah. And now you're playing on a team that has Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth at the tight end positions. You're going to play 12 personnel with 2 tight ends on the field, splitting Jonnu Smith out, moving him around, Arthur Smith being run first, with the team that's going to have a top-tier defense. This is the team that's going to be a playoff team. It's going to be a team that you don't want to play. They can be scary. And Mike Tomlin understands how to work with anyone, but Aaron Rodgers only has to play football here. He doesn't have to coach the team. He doesn't have to get the team motivated to play. He doesn't even have to lead and be friendly. You just have to do the job of playing quarterback, which to me is still the thing he can do.
That's a huge weight. You don't have to be friendly. That's good.
Yeah. Ollie,
You don't have to be friendly. It's hilarious.
It's difficult for some people.
To be friendly.
Good.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I know.
Well,
is.
this take won't be friendly because this take's going to be based on facts, which is this.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
tell me.
insinuating yours wasn't fair.
Tell me.
Yeah, exactly. Since 2022, Aaron Rodgers' QBR is 29th. The only quarterbacks that are worse than Aaron Rodgers, guys, in the last 3 years are Ryan Tannehill, Bryce Young, Mac Jones, and Will Levis, who's now out for this season as well.
29th QBR?
Yes, and Molly, look,
You watched the Giants play? I mean, the Jets play?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Jets play?
Yes, I've seen the Jets play. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Well, you were just saying they're definitely going to the playoffs, so I was very confused. Carry on.
So, look, I have sat there, and it's intoxicating. Say we could get Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, all-time great. And yes, could he catch lightning in the bottle? Absolutely, with a Hall of Fame coach. But it's overwhelmingly against that happening. He hasn't played well in 3 years. And in the history of our sport, 2 quarterbacks at 42 have played a playoff game. One is Tom Brady. He doesn't count. And Drew Brees had 1 game when he was 42. So could it happen, guys? Absolutely. But the overwhelming data and history of our sport says it's over. And the other thing I would say, too, guys, I give him a ton of respect to play. The guy's made $300 million. He could walk off in the sunset as an all-time great. If you're in, and you guys know this as foreign players, you should be all in. You should be driving DK Metcalf home. You should be having dinner with your teammates. You should be.
Home.
Yeah.
RC, we haven't even gotten a chance to lock ourselves in a room yet. And I'm just
We know you love locking somebody in a room.
But my point fundamentally, guys, is if you're in and you're trying to catch Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, go all in, move to Pittsburgh and say, hey, we're going to go until glass breaks. We're going to go until next January, and then at that point, I'll look up.
Mike T, I mean, that was a phenomenal take. I feel like you might have owned somebody. Could we have a tiebreaker?
I got you.
Only in what?
I mean,
Facts.
He said he opened facts.
he just came in and sucker punched you with the 29th
right.
QBR.
I got your back.
And then you're like, did you see the Jets? And then you totally just stepped on your take.
No, my point is the entire team, though.
Yeah,
my point is moving from Robert Salah
he doesn't have to be
to the
friendly.
interim coach.
I get it. He doesn't have to be friendly.
I got your back right here, RC. What the Steelers have that the Jets didn't have, okay? Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter, TJ Watt, and even if you look at the Steelers from a year ago, okay, let me read some names to you, Mike T, and you tell me if you think Aaron Rodgers is better than these names. Are you ready? Trubisky?
Okay.
Pickett?
Yep.
Wilson?
Yep.
Fields?
Yep.
Okay. Rudolph?
Yep.
Hodges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been to playoff with all them.
All playoff team, all 8, 9 win, never a losing season with Mike T. So the reality is there a delta between Aaron Rodgers being at the quarterback position And what we can guarantee from the Steelers, say what you want, he's never had a losing season, and he routinely wins 8, 9, 10 games. Aaron Rodgers in the building, because he doesn't have to do as much as he did with the New York Jets, absolutely not only makes them a playoff team, I think they win a playoff game, because can you get one great game out of Aaron Rodgers for 400 yards? He had that ability at 42? For sure he does.
It's always good when you can phone a friend to help you.
Yeah. We're going to go back to facts, though. Hawk, the juxtaposition of that list is the AFC, which is, we know the other two teams in North are really good, especially if Trey Hendrickson gets resolved. And then you look at the West guys, like we talked about it earlier, right? Kansas City's Kansas City, but Denver's better, Chargers are better. I just don't see how Pittsburgh at the end of the day, when it all sorts itself out, that they're one of the 7 best teams.
Well, I think, but you look at Pittsburgh, right, if we're going to talk about facts, talk about the games that T.J. Watt has closed out. Talk about the games that Alex Highsmith has closed out. Cam Hayward continuing to get better down the tail end of his career. Having somebody opposite Joey Porter like a Darius Slay who understands it. Adding a chess piece like Jalen Ramsey to the defense. Going out, getting DK Metcalf, getting Jonnu Smith, where you're giving Aaron Rodgers big bodies where he can put the football on guys who can make plays for him. And also understanding that Arthur Smith is built on physicality, so you go get Caleb Johnson from Iowa to have that power back. That's a 1-2 to Jalen Warren, who to me was the more explosive of the backs when you look at him and Najee Harris last year. This team will be better this year. This team will finish stronger. And Calvin Austin, who's a guy in the slot, and Hawk knows this, who is an extremely tough cover. I get what the number said, right? And before Drew Brees played in the playoff game, guess what? The number said something different. Before Aaron Rodgers before Tom Brady played in the playoff games, the number said something different. But those two are in a different tier of talent as it pertains to quarterbacks. That tier, Aaron Rodgers is also in now with the head coach who's a surefire Hall of Famer who understands working with people and understands how to get this team to be the best they could possibly be.
I get that, RC, but earlier this morning we talked about Kansas City, right? Work in progress. They're going to get better as the season goes on. When you look at Pittsburgh, they got 4 stars over 30. T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Jalen Ramsey, and Darius Slay. So, again, where I get concerned is, like, as the season goes on, are they getting better or are they going to wear down?
And I'm going to say this, and we talked about Cam Newton speaking from perspective, right, early on. Best years of my career, I was 31 to 33. It was the best years of my career. It was the opportunities to go to a Pro Bowl. It was the opportunity to play at a high level. It was right when my athletic ability and my understanding of the game met its peak. And that can be the same thing for these players because we're seeing it with Cam Hayward.
Your Honor, I rest my case. You just contradicted. You didn't say when you were 42, did you?
But you weren't talking about them, though. I don't play quarterback. Right? I play a position where you got to run, and I banged. Yeah. It was different for me. Right? From a quarterback position, we're not asking Aaron Rodgers to go be Justin Fields. We're not asking him to go be Lamar Jackson. We're asking him, if we protect you, if you see that man open, can you throw the football to him? And you saw that against Jacksonville last year. You saw that against Miami last year. He can still do that.
Here's the best point that I think RC made all day is that in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization and in this season, he is not going to bear the responsibility of winning and closing every game. They have multiple players that can do that because they've shown that they can do that, and the coaches also have shown the ability to do so.
So he doesn't have
unlike
to be
the
the
New
savior,
York Jets. Exactly.
like he had to be with the Jets, but has to be a playmaker at the same time. All right, the WNBA.
Molly, you've been hating on me a ton today, too,
so
easy.
Dang. That's the number. Saturday night's All-Star game. They wore a message on their warm-up T-shirts directed at league officials during tense collective bargaining agreement talks. Each All-Star, including the Fever's Caitlin Clark, who was sidelined for the game, wore the shirt that read, "Pay us what you owe us." The clothing also featured the W Players Association logo. Here's how fans reacted following the game.
That was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But chance tonight, the signs, I think it just shows that.
ตกเมื่อกี้เนี่ยเล่นแต่ว่า